What's up, guys? Back in today with more Durarara, this time of season 2, episode 10, I believe. I only got a couple of episodes left of this season, although I'm not sure if they're the same arc, I doubt they are, but we have still got another 2 seasons left. I imagine each of the next seasons are going to be their own arcs, just purely based off the kind of naming system for the seasons. But yeah, things are kicking off big time right now, aren't they? Definitely going to need a bit of a recap, which I do like here. But I'm kind of confused about the blue-haired first year boy. Like, it doesn't seem quite as sadistic as I might have thought, to be honest with you. And like, he's now fighting to help out the white gangs here. Yeah, things just kicking off big time. But I've said this numerous times. I really enjoyed the new additions, especially I think Verona and Mr. Elephant. I really like those two. Hopefully they're not like dispatched or anything. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. These two, Dr. Chin and the leader, meeting up here. Finally added this opening ending to my playlist. Finally. Thing is, I don't get too many chances to listen to my playlist all too much nowadays. There's a lot of stuff aired at the minute, even away from like the anime. There's not too many anime I'm actually watching currently, but like TV series wise, I'm watching quite a lot. It's a lot to keep up with. Loads of movie releases and stuff as well, so a bit hard on that front. Classic, back to the classic style for Celtic here. Be a nice little date of sorts for Henry and Mikado. Not quite the romantic setting, but the vehicle and such. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Oh yeah, so we're gonna see a bit of the young girl's backstory. That was made to feel quite normal for her as a kid. It would, of course. You don't really know what's normal and what's not. Got this shot here, you know what I mean? Probably are. I did have a phone when I was in primary school, but it was a flip phone. It was to the point. I don't think people could really comprehend this nowadays. But I used to leave it at school. I used to leave it at my desk at school because I pretty much only had it just in case of like emergencies and stuff. That's exactly where I used to leave it, under my desk like this. There was drawers, but yeah. Good on you. Good on you. Probably because they know your family is scary. Like that went way too well, didn't it? It's a really nice drawing. Pretty good as well. Yeah. Frightening people. Actually, googling herself. Yakuza. Got a family of criminals. So really interesting situation, actually, isn't it? But what would you do if you found out your whole family was mafioso, yakuza? Like, I think some people would want to get into it and like be a part of the family. Plenty of people would be pretty horrified. But like, if you are horrified and you hate it, like, what do you do? What are you meant to do? And it does like limit you, doesn't it? If everybody knows your family's a family of criminals, it's like that does, as much as you should have your own chances and such, that does limit you in terms of like what you can do. And as evidenced here, you get treated differently in a positive way this time, but I imagine in a bad way plenty of other times. You can't have your kind in here. But then you realise everybody you're ever going to meet is going to be scared of your family. It's going to be fake to you. I mean, it's going to sound weird, but fair play to them for not kind of letting her onto it. Like, would you just straight up tell your kid we're part of like the mafia and the yakuza? And, like, you wouldn't do that. But it's like it's the worst of two evils. It's you don't tell her or you tell her the truth, and like, yeah, just a tough situation all round, isn't it? So she joined the dollars. Or was she talking to Orihara here? No, his partner. Oh, trust me, she's not. Not inside. Got a lot of love in her heart, if you want to call it that. Maybe obsession is more accurate word. Just the right people. These guys aren't too far from Yakuza, honestly. In like the information department and stuff. Is that Samurai Flamenco? I've never seen that anime. I've heard one of the openings. Yeah, it is. I can see it in English there. Samurai. I'm proud I knew that because I haven't watched that opening in maybe 5 6 years. But I really love the Samurai Flamenco opening. Flamenco, whatever it's called. But the I didn't recognize obviously from this image. This could have been anything. But I do like that they do these. I mean, in season 1, of course, it was Bacano, wasn't it? But I do remember seeing this key visual. I think is the main thing. It's pretty it's pretty standard. It's something like you see like on like Hollywood posters, maybe back in like the 2000s. But something about this poster does really stand out to me. So I instantly knew what that was, even though I haven't seen it. I think that's, well, judging from that, it doesn't look like it. But I thought it was like a mecha anime. I guess not. But yeah, I think it's Flow, is it, that do the opening to that? I went for a phase, and I still really like them. I still listen to their songs, but I went for a big phase of Flow. They do a lot of really good anime openings. I think they're going to do one, funnily enough, for the final season, which I have already heard. Stepping Out Tonight, I think it's called. So that's how she got this idea in her head. Fucking hell. That's it. Who took this photo? Pretty impressive. Very impressive. They got so close to the beast. Didn't get didn't get their phone broken or anything. Okay, well that clears some things up, doesn't it? I mean, we could have guessed like who set this up, but there's the man himself. But yeah, that was again really interesting. Like, what would you guys like? If you were like 10 years old and you found out your family was yakuza, like, again, as a guy, you're probably more likely to think, "Oh, that's really cool." But again, inevitably, like, your whole life changes. Nothing changes, but your whole perception of everything changes, doesn't it? So this is why people have been acting like this. This is why I've been able to do so and so. And yeah, it just feels like a fake life in a way, like an unearned kind of respect. And yeah, it's just really interesting, isn't it? He did initially kind of find this was strange, didn't he? Ijilibe. Sisters yapping. I haven't seen them in a while. I was gonna say yes. I assume this is Kida. Don't know why, but I just had that feeling. Oh crap! He hacked his account. Damn. Dollar's fucking website could use a bit more cyber security. So it wasn't Kida that said that something was happening. It was actually Isaiah early on in the season. Okay. So he's hardly been speaking to Mikado then. So every time we've seen Mikado talk to Kida. Okay. It's one of those things I said about season one. Like, I feel like this show just gets better on a second watch. So I now like instantly just want to go back and catch those moments where they were speaking to each other. And this is the result. Which isn't too bad. Like, he's took it pretty well. But you hurt women. There is no boss. Unfortunately, I do know that. Again, unfortunately, because of fucking The Exorcist 2. Horrible movie. I've only seen one version of it. I think there's two, but I've heard that the other one's just as bad. So the third one's actually pretty good though. Quite like the third one. Get him, don't touch him. Nah, let's just do it right here, in front of the elementary girls' school. Perfect place for a fight. What is going on here? What kind of formation are they playing? Hey, what? What's this about? Isn't that one of those like disembowelment tools? Oh, look at this sneak. I mean, it's pretty weird. You're at just a school where you got two fucking middle-aged men just come fight around the corner. So these guys are pretty handy themselves, aren't they? Probably. Well, that's just wrong. We've hardly seen him in a fight, but we know at least 2 or 3 people could take him out. Shou, I almost called him Martin, the black Russian guy. Probably Verona. Celty. No, he's not invincible. Isaiah, probably. There's at least 5 people there. Celty sure has been leaving her threads about, hasn't she? Yeah, I did apologise this already, but I did mix that girl up for the for Seiji's girlfriend. Don't know how I done that, but that's the girl that was on the roof in the first episode. But honestly, this is maybe one of the best transformations. I don't think anyone would bat too much of an eyelid at a pure black band like that, would they? It looks almost kind of just kind of normal, like a bike. You know, bike just stands out because of what she wears and stuff. But Like that could pass. Like I wouldn't bat an eyelid if that drove past me. I don't think. Wow. Embarrassed him. Oh shooter. Well, I guess he kind of is. It's not exactly a lie. Probably could put someone there if he wanted to. Poor shooter. That's a pig. I love the sound effect in that as well. And like Kleenex. That is one horrific horse face, Jesus. I think it's better without one. I gotta say, like Selty, if you like look at the show, you wouldn't think Selty would be too funny, but she's actually like a very comedic, um, charismatic character, isn't she? For being someone that can't speak and has no head. Like you think the most important things would be like facial expressions, the words they say, how they deliver things, and we get that for a voice actor in a monologue. But just like surprising, isn't it? It's like the total opposite of what you'd actually expect. Kind of similar with Verona, to be honest with you, cold-hearted murderer. But she's actually got a lot of charisma and personality, and like she's really, I really like her like inner monologues and stuff as well. Oh my god, really? Did you put this girl through enough? Oh, so not actually going for her. Okay. Even so, it's terrible still, but oh man. I mean, it makes sense. So I've never heard that though. That is true. Then I showed that Verona. I love that. I love how he says that. Verona. As I said, like it's said so coldly, so like objectively said. Yeah, it's like the fucking weirdest thing ever. Like two hairs of the same brush. I mean, that makes sense. Sometimes there's thousands of hairs on a brush, so it works, I guess. But strange, that's for sure. But yeah, I think that's one of the biggest things that stood out this season. I really like the whole situation we got ourselves into, but like especially like Verona and Salty, both comedically and like charismatically, have stood out quite a lot in my opinion. Not that Salty didn't in season one, like she was one of the best parts of season one, but it was a lot more serious, wasn't it? I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen too much of those two since their whole kind of getting together. I think that was tied in with the masked murderer we saw slightly earlier in this episode. So maybe we'll catch up with them again at the end here. As I said earlier, I did actually add both of these songs to my playlist, and I'm not sure what it is about this artist, but I tend to not like their full version of their songs, and I don't like the second portion of this song in the full version either. I think this anime cut is the best portion of it by far. The rest of the song is actually not too good in my opinion. No use crying over spilled milk. Well, we can tell that's not a quote by Verona, is it? Well, I think she might have just said it there. Not quite tell. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Another great episode today. I love the little introspection we got into. I don't remember her name, so apologies, but the little Yakuza girl. That is the thing. I said that just there. Like, I kind of feel bad saying that because that's probably how a lot of people would refer to her as, like, especially behind her back. Like, oh, it's the Yakuza girl. It's the girl I got to be careful around, just in case her parents are. It kind of reminds me of if you guys ever knew anyone in like school where they'd have like an older brother or brother, and they'd be you wouldn't like you couldn't mess with them because they'd have like a brother like a few years older, and they'd beat you up. It's like it's a similar thing to that. I mean, much more extreme here because we've got the Yakuza, but it's like, oh yeah, you can't say anything to that guy because he's got an older brother that will defend him and will and yeah. Again, I was never in that situation where it was like I was like warned of that, but you just knew that there were certain people not to mess with because it was a bad idea. They had family or whatever. And this is a very similar situation. And again, I know this is Yakuza, so it's like it's not awfully doesn't come up awfully a lot, but like lower situations of that, as I just mentioned, do actually happen quite often in like when you're this age and such. So yeah, it was really good little backstory again. Lots of like it's just really interesting to think about, isn't it? Like, I've got no idea what the hell I'd be thinking. Like as an adult, I think it's like you don't want to be involved in like crime and such, but it's kind of cool. I mean, I love the Yakuza series, so it's like it's kind of cool. As a kid, I'd be like, oh god, what my pet? Do they kill people? Do they murder? Yes, they do. Yeah, they organise murders. They commit loads of crime. They've got a lot of money to deal with, and yeah, it's just a lot to take in, isn't it? A lot to take in. Yeah, got fucking two middle-aged guys fucking go to school to fight. I don't know if you could pick anywhere worse. Could have gone like to an alley or something, but no, we chose a school field. Lots of space, I guess. But yeah, just another really fun episode. Again, we only saw them shortly, but I really like the scene with Selly. Little comedic scene here, which is really good, and a nice little ending bit with Verona. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comments. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy this one, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date with these weekly reactions. And I'll catch you what I think will be next week with episode 11.